guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I think I say that every single time now. This video is brought to you by my kitchen, so hopefully the sound is okay. My daughter is watching TV in the other room and my son is sleeping in my room right now. So yeah. But we're going to talk about my March TBR today. Fingers crossed that I actually finish it this time. But I'm really trying to read at least one book each week this month, so we'll see what happens. But let's just get into the video. I'm going to start with this one because it's on top. The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. This, I don't remember the synopsis for any of these books, so I'm not even going to try and tell you. All I remember about this one really is it takes place at a sanatorium and it sounded really creepy and I'm excited to read it. I just bought this actually this last weekend. We had a little mini vacation. It was great. It was fun. Picked this one out while I was at the store, or yeah, while we were at Barnes & Noble. So I don't live close to a Barnes & Noble, so it was a real treat to be able to go in and actually buy books in person. So this one is on the TBR. I actually almost started this the other night, which would not have been a good decision, mostly because I need to finish some other books first, but that's fine. This one I have here is a nonfiction. I'm trying to read more nonfiction this year, which I could read 2 nonfiction books and that would still be more, so but I'm trying to read like maybe like about 10 this year. I usually read about 40 books in a year or so, 40 to 50. So I'm hoping that I can get this one read, but it's Herod and Mary's by Kathy Lee Gifford. I've already started this book. Where am I in it? I'm on chapter 8. I'm like 50 pages into the books and it's really not that long. I have no excuse for why I didn't finish it last year when I started it, but it's been super interesting so far. So there's that one. Next up we have Paradise Lost by John Milton. I've read excerpts of this when I briefly started an English degree and then promptly decided it was not for me. I really enjoyed the parts that I actually read, and I've wanted to read this for years, and I've decided that I am going to read this one this year. So I'm slowly making my way through this. I do not anticipate or plan to finish Paradise Lost this month, but I do want to get a good chunk of the way through it. I'm only on page 30. Paradise Lost really isn't that big. It's actually less than 300 pages if you not counting like the notes in the back of this edition, which I do read the notes because they are super helpful, but it is a slower read. The language is much older, very different than what I'm used to. So it takes a little bit longer to kind of just get through the same amount of pages. So I'm working on this one some more this month. Hopefully we can get maybe about 50 pages read in this one this month. I'm not reading it like consistently every day, but yes, so this is another one. Won't be finished this month, but we're gonna work on it. But I'm super excited about this book. This one is probably next to the Sanatorium, the one I'm most excited about, and that is Dragon Rider by Dragon Rider. I don't know why I said it that way. Taran Mathura. I think that's how you say his name. I know his other series, his young adult series. I think the first book is Novice or something like that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen that cover. And I know a lot of people really like that one. That one never really appealed to me a lot when it was super popular. It's been a while, honestly. But this one, I actually just opened up the first little bit and I just read like the first few lines, and honestly, very preliminary feelings on this, but it reminded me a little bit of reading Aragon, not just because it's called Dragon Rider, but I'm super excited for it for that reason. I've been contemplating rereading Aragon this year. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not, but Anyhow, next up we have The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. This is another book that I'm on chapter 4, which is, let's see, 36 pages. So we're seeing a trend. I get about 30 pages into a book and I go, this is great. Let me try and sample another story. And we need to change that habit this year. It's a really bad habit of mine that I've picked up as an adult, and yeah. I'm wanting to read this one this year, but I am torn between The Luminous Dead and Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is another one I started. My husband and I like to read books together every now and then. And so this was one we tried out together, but he didn't ultimately really jive with it the way I did. I thought it was hilarious. We're on chapter 3, or I'm on chapter 3. So he gave it about 2 chapters and decided, it's not bad, just wasn't for him. I'm torn between wanting to read Dungeon Crawler Carl this month or The Luminous Dead, but I do want to read one of these, which I realize these are not the same genre at all, but for some reason in my mind they're married together, but for no good reason. There you have it. So that is my March TBR, and we will see where we go from here. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in my next video here pretty soon, hopefully. So bye.